What's the deal? What's the deal, y'all? This y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe. Now, let me tell y'all exactly how I feel about like this John versus Eazy the Block Captain situation. Okay? Let's chop this up. Now, John is not a fan favorite. Okay? Let's just make that clear. When the battle rapper who the fans consider heroes, I know the hero thing kind of sound like a little corny, to the battle rappers that like who the fans feel are heroes, they could actually like lose their past 3 to 4 battles, and then regardless, you know, they could get any type of superstar that, you know what I'm saying, like any type of superstar that they want. Lux could get anybody who he wants with no fighting for it. Soup Surf could get anybody who he wants, don't have to fight for it. Daylight can, Murder Mook can, Charlie Clips can, Arsenal can, Hitman Holla can. But when it comes to people like the John Adons, or like the DNAs, maybe like the Shotgun Shugs, them type of people, you could probably even say like the K-Shans. When these people lose, they will hold that against them type of battle rappers. They will hold, you know what I'm saying, like they would definitely hold that against them. That's just how I like look at the whole thing. I'm not saying no battle rapper didn't have to fight. I'm not saying that. But if you like look at John whole like battle rap career, John has fought all the time. He had the world against him all the damn time, always. So John could be somewhat not liked to the fans. John could be considered a villain, right? Now, Averb is probably like the #1 villain on the planet. But see, the thing is though, when you know what I'm saying, like when you're like the most #1 villain on the planet, and you're like a Averb, people want to see you get your ass whooped. People want to see you people want to see you bleed because they can't stand you. That's Verb for you. I know certain people be like fronting, you know what I'm saying, like they don't like Verb like that. Some people want to say Verb is not all that good, or whatever the case might be. Okay, you know, when you get in front of a Verb, you gotta prove that though. And when Verb gets like on like his live or whatever the case might be, hey, the fans come the fans come to that live, bro. When Verb was like on Clubhouse and stuff like that, man, hey, Verb has certain things like up. He has certain things popping. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Verb. So Verb don't even really kind of count up in this type of situation. But I just feel like when people like look at like a DNA or like a John, they'll be like, man, you lost your last 2 battles. You like what I'm saying, you lost this battle. You lost that battle. Murder Mook could lose 2 times in a row, and Eazy the Block Captain still gonna take him. When Murder Mook had that terrible performance against Reed, Eazy the Block Captain still couldn't wait the battle move. When people were saying Hitman lost against Cassidy, Calico battled him after. Eazy the Block Captain battled him after. So certain people, they just can't afford to lose, if that makes sense. If John lose, they gonna go crazy on John. If DNA lose, they gonna go crazy on DNA. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, the fans pick and choose, right? Now, the flip side to it is, if I'm Eazy the Block Captain, they ain't no way in the hell, just out of the blue, randomly, you about to get me to battle you for 50K at your league. Like, the first thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing that will come to my mind is, who the hell do you think you playing? Who do you think you playing with? Because, like, this is the thing, though. I understand when battle rappers, like, you know what I'm saying, do like their own leagues or whatever the case might be. Of course, they could do whatever they want to do with their league. But I repeat, I never have been a fan of a battle rapper rapping like on his own league. It's just like it just don't feel right to me. It don't feel right to me. And then, like, you gonna call Eazy the Block Captain to come to Bullpen to go against him for 50K. I know Eazy the Block Captain kind of feel like URL have some, like, you know what I'm saying, like some of this to do with it. I don't blame him for feeling that way. I wouldn't be surprised if that's somewhat true. Because randomly you came out with that. Why you didn't say that a year ago? Why you didn't say that 2 months ago? Why you didn't say that 3 weeks ago? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you didn't say none of this like a while back when you and John was going at it then? I wish I would. It sounds good, but I wish I would go on Bullpen to go against you for 50K. And then, yeah, of course you're going to give me something for battling you, you know what I'm saying, for battling you for 50K. Yeah. But see, what you're trying to do is, okay, I did beat this guy. You rather look at it like, okay, I did beat him. And yeah, I gave him like, like some money, even though he didn't win that 50K. But I beat Eazy the Block Captain though. I beat him. What y'all gonna say? I did this. I did that. I beat Eazy the Block Captain. That's how John would carry this whole situation. That's how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he would be able to carry, like, this whole situation right here. I wish the hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would battle John for 50K on his league, Bullpen. To me, it just doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, it just don't make sense. It doesn't. Like, how do you feel like certain things like that make sense, bro? That don't make sense. And to be honest with you, that's just like, oh yeah, pull up. A person pull up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, a person pull up to his house or whatever. Either way, you gotta be prepared before you pull up to anybody. And that's for the person that said pull up, and that goes for the person that's willing to pull up on you. That person got to be prepared too. Because a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying, like, come with it. But yeah, people was always going to do that to John the Don. John the Don always had to fight. And don't even get me wrong, it's certain battle rappers that had to fight, bro. Like, they had to fight. Because if they didn't, fans would be on their ass, bro. Fans would be on them like crazy. Verb had to do that. John had to do that. St. Louis most definitely did have to do that. Because people looked at St. Louis like, okay, it's just a bunch of Nellies and Chingies. No disrespect to them. Because I used to, like, listen to, you know what I'm saying, to one of them cats back, you know what I'm saying, like back in the day or whatever. But, you know, that's how I feel about the whole situation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, the fans is going to attack John. Do I feel like John like deserve it? I mean, I don't know, because that could kind of be somewhat a trick question. That could be, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like that question could be real tricky. Because it's just like, well, John is a vet. He is a top vet in this game. Why not? But then at the same time, John arguably lost his last 2 battles. So then people will say no. But if it was like a Murder Mook or a Hitman, or like a Charlie, they'll still battle them. A Lux, they will still battle them. So That's all I really got to say about the whole situation. Now, do I want to see John versus Eazy the Block Captain? Yes. I told people that John would be a hard matchup for Eazy because John is witty. John is, you know what I'm saying? Like, John is very witty. You know what I mean? He's very witty. DNA is very witty too. You know what I mean? Witty people could be real tricky. So when you go against some type of people, they could give you a problem. But I will say, I'll go off John last performance, right? And sometimes you can't really judge that person's like last performance. You know what I'm saying? You can't really judge that person's last performance. You feel me? You can't judge that person like last performance. But I'm just being real with you, bro. John just still seemed like a little like rusty to me. So if I actually had to pick somebody, it might be Eazy the Block Captain. I might have Eazy the Block Captain winning that battle, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. So that's all I really gotta say about that whole situation though, man. But this y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Make sure y'all subscribe.